A cave-in trapped dozens of miners underground, and the bodies were never recovered. Cassie Nolan didn't believe the rumors. 2 years ago, she would have laughed at the idea of exploring abandoned places, but now it had become her obsession. She loved documenting places no one else was brave enough to visit, and Mick Alden was perfect. The town sat deep inside a fog-covered forest. When Cassie arrived, it looked like people had fled in a hurry. Doors hung open. Furniture was overturned. Biohazard warnings were nailed to the buildings as if someone had tried to keep people away. At the edge of town stood the mine entrance. Dark stains surrounded the opening, and faint green gas drifted from cracks in the rock. Then Cassie heard something. Scraping. Slow, dragging movement across stone. She stepped inside the tunnels and raised her flashlight. The beam landed on a pale figure crawling along the ground. Its limbs bent at impossible angles as it pulled itself forward through the dirt. It looked like a miner, or what was left of one. The thing suddenly tilted its head, listening. Cassie held her breath until it slowly dragged itself down another tunnel. Once it disappeared, she made a terrible decision. She followed where it came from. The deeper she walked, the more sounds echoed through the mine. Fingers scraping rock, bodies shifting in the darkness. There were more of them. Eventually, she found a rusted ladder leading to a hatch above her, an exit back to the surface. Cassie grabbed the rung and started climbing. She was almost free. Then something grabbed her ankle. Cold fingers yanked her down the ladder so violently her head slammed against the metal. When she opened her eyes, pale figures surrounded her in the dark. Dozens of them. The miners had finally found fresh meat. Her screams echoed through the tunnels before fading into the sound of chewing. Days later, when Cassie never returned home, her friends went searching for her in Mick Alden. Inside one of the abandoned houses, they found her gear exactly where she left it, which meant there was only one place she could be: the mine. So her friend Brandon went down into the tunnels to look for her. Deep underground, he heard footsteps dragging slowly toward him. "Cassie?" he called. The footsteps stopped. Then a wet, broken groan came from the darkness. Brandon raised his flashlight. A pale figure stood in the tunnel. Its skin was torn, its limbs twisted. But the face was Cassie. Brandon dropped the flashlight and ran for the exit, sealing the mine behind him.